know I'm not the easiest to love. I thought I would at least be worth a shot. Instead you gave up on me 2 months in, 'cause my flies were too hard to deal with. Did you even love me in the first place? In the first place? If you did, we wouldn't be in this place. In this place, I wouldn't be here trying to say I'm sorry for parts of me. Did you even love me in the first place? In the first place? In the first place? I know I jump into things too fast. I thought I could trust you right off the bat. Instead you turned my vulnerability against me and tore apart the heart from my sleeve. Did you even love me in the first place? In the first place? If you did, we wouldn't be in this place. In this place, I wouldn't be here trying to say I'm sorry for parts of me. Did you even love me in the first place? In the first place? In the first place? In the first place? Did you even love me in the first place? In the first place? Nobody said it'd be easy, but we took a train to the ceiling. And now I'm high on all of my feelings. Don't wake me up from the stream. I bought a one-way ticket to space. Let's get out of here. I heard Jupiter's nice this time of year. Out in the wild, find our Eden. Let's stay a while, never leaving. Sound the alarm in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. Sound the alarm in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. Don't let go, I want your body around, all around, all around. Sound the alarm in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. turn my world on its axis. Out here where anything happens. Sound the alarm in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. Sound the alarm in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. Don't let go, I want your body around, all around, all around. Sound the alarm in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. Taking off. Taking off. Taking off.
We're a couple of birds in a wolf den, but to us it still feels like heaven. Cause we don't let the bad vibes get in, we don't let them win. Testify to the strength of a true bond, flying high over the heads of a rude mob. Staying by the revolution of the whole clock, kill 'em all with love. I don't care if they're talking about us. No, I don't care if they put us down. No, I don't care if the sky falls around us. We're riding on a pink cloud. Oh, oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I don't care. We're riding on a pink cloud. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Our mother is the boom in the baseline. Our father is the backbeat halftime. They say we were born under a bad sign. We say yes, so what? We're the ones who create our own world. Friendly assassins known as pegboard. All glory and praise to the bad Lord. Kill 'em all with love. I don't care if they're talking about us. No, I don't care if they put us down. No, I don't care if the sky falls around us. We're riding on a pink cloud. Oh, oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I don't care. We're riding on a pink cloud. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. We're riding on a pink cloud.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. How are we doing? It is April the 12th, 2023. Welcome to Myles Dyer Live. I am Myles Dyer. Fancy that, fancy that. How are you doing, chat? Always love the conversations that take place during the countdown timer. And this one actually started with 9 minutes on the clock. I was pretty sure I was starting at 10 minutes to, but I knew by the time it kicks in, it'll be a minute down the line. So, yeah, we're starting right on top of the hour. I'm feeling incredibly good today for a reason I'll mention in a moment. But firstly, I just want to welcome all of the regulars who I can see in the chat. Lovely to see you. We've got Kiro, we've got Canuck Tunes, we've got Ren, Aloy, we've got Melanie, we've got Paul. Lots of people. Want to say hello to all of you, and to anyone out there who is new, welcome. Make yourselves known in the chat if you can, but if not, don't worry about it. I know some people just like to leave this running on in the background. But yeah, this is Myles Dyer Live, a show that takes place this time every Wednesday, or if you're watching on replay, whenever you're watching it right now, it's going to be available every week, 'cause it's the same time every week, where we talk about all sorts. Every episode is themed around a particular topic. Sometimes they are light-hearted, quizzes, games, movies, pop culture, and other times we delve into the more serious. It could be life hacks, mental health and well-being, world events, and we just like to mix it up. But if you're looking ever at the title of an episode and think, this subject's not for me, stick around, because it's not the only thing we talk about. We have a few other things set up as well. And Karina is in the chat. Good to see you there. And our in-house jester, I should say, Mark, who says our local vicar has taken a second job working for the post office. We call him Pastor Parcel. Very good. And my good friend Island is here, who is such a talented cosplayer. Hey, Island, good to see you here. Thank you for tuning in. I'm really excited about today, actually, because I've actually got a run of show in front of me. I finished work about 5:30 this evening, and I made myself some food quickly. I had an early lunch, so I was able to have an early dinner. And then I've been working the last 3 hours on clearing up the house. And what I've done is, and I shouldn't probably say this until after the show, because I'm going to sort of talk about how I'm really organised and this could all collapse. But I've got in front of me a run of show to the minute, which, you know, that I can overrun time and things like that. But I've also got new slides produced for different sections. I didn't have time, because I finished literally a couple of minutes before going live, to put it on my Stream Deck. So I'm going to be manually pressing these buttons. But it does mean that this show will start taking a bit more of a structure, which I'm looking forward to, because I think it's going to help me with preparing every week as well. So next up on this list, which is going to take place 1 minute past the hour, so we're already 2 minutes behind. Oh no. Social media. Where can people find me, if indeed you do want to find me? By the looks of it, it looks like it's messed up already. Yeah, it has. There we go. So, social media. These are all the places that you can get me. I have a website, mylesdyer.com, which has all my links. I'm pretty much most active on Instagram, although I need to start posting on there. Twitter, I love the virtual reality community there. And Facebook, I mean, who really uses Facebook much anymore? I mean, I do occasionally post stuff there, and if you use it, no shame. You know, that is where I am. I also now have a public email address set up, contact@mylesdyer.com. If you ever have any, you know, you might just want to message me, or you found some cool stories or topic ideas, you can send it there. And then the hashtag. I was thinking about the hashtag Myles Dyer Live, but to be honest, Quest for Empathy has always been at the heart of what I do. And so if you ever want to tweet about stuff on the show or post it anywhere, of course, tag my accounts, but use Quest for Empathy, because that is what we are about. Now, I got these the wrong way around, but here we are now. What is the schedule for this YouTube channel? So I live stream 3 times a week. Every Wednesday, as you can tell from being here right now, is Myles Dyer Live, which takes place 9 p.m. UK time, which is 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, and 10 o'clock in the evening Central European time. Then on Fridays, not on this YouTube channel, but you can find it on my channel's playlist. I am a co-host for the best PlayStation virtual reality show in the world, PSVR Without Parole. I co-host with the brilliant Brian Paul on Gamescast Live. That is a bit later for the old Americans, so that takes place at 11 o'clock at night here in the UK. And then at the weekends, I do Let's Plays. I've just got a green screen set up, so for anyone that checked out my Creed boxing matches last Sunday, oh my goodness, that was a joy. I boxed 4 of my viewers, I think, and I won them all. I'm undefeated, but in terms of when it happens, it's different every week because my weekends are quite flexible. However, for this weekend's Let's Play, I'll be talking about that a little bit later. But there's something else to do with playing that we have set up every week. If you can see in the YouTube chat already, although I'm happy to post it again, we have a puzzle. That takes place, and oh wow, I've actually made this a lot easier this week, and I think you're going to get it done super quick, just because the background was very plain. But hey, it's 118 pieces. You click on a piece, I can see you're all getting to work now, and it's for the thumbnail of this video. So yeah, I've posted the link in the chat. If you click it, it's available for everyone, and you basically click on a block. I'll do it now. Let's just make them take a bit longer. Let me make everything up. So you could do that and swap it, and it flashes red because it's wrong. But if you put it back, it flashes green because it's the right way round. Let's see if that works. Okay, I don't know if that was the... See, now I want to play this, see? But I shouldn't. I should leave it all down to you. So head on over there. And lots of people still joining. Hello, Mojo, APUC DC, FC, good to see you here. And Looper says, thanks for making distinguishable corners. No worries. I'm always looking out for you. But I have said in the past that if anyone knows of another website where they have the actual puzzle pieces version of this, let me know. There is one we did find in the past, but the problem was that in order for everyone else to play it, everyone had to have the image, which was just a bit too much of a headache. So this is what we're using for now anyway. But yeah, puzzles, something that, you know, some of us like to do while we're listening in the background. So we'll be checking back in with that. And finally, just with the last bit of housekeeping, how you can support the show. There are many ways of doing it. Just showing up like you have right now, watching this, I'm incredibly grateful. So I just want to say a huge thank you for watching. But of course, if you want to go that little bit extra, just reach on over to that like button and hit it. And if you are new or are just not subscribed already, oh wow, there's some people getting some errors. It seems interesting. I'm getting a playback error. Restarted my phone and still there. That's interesting. Is that on the live stream? I'm not sure. Hopefully people can work that out. But Siogo Guitarist, good to see you here. Good to see you here. But yeah, hit the subscribe button. I was doing that for liking. I mean, keep liking it. Hit the subscribe button. Ring the bell to be notified about all future live streams. And then if you want to go even further, why not become a member for as much as a coffee a month? And you unlock all these wonderful emojis that you'll see various people using in the chat right now. So yeah, I'm just grateful across the board. And if you do become a member, it will notify me so I can thank you personally on the live stream. Now, there was something new. Oh, there. See, I can't put them up on my screen, but you will be able to see them in the live chat. There was something we tried last week, a new part of the show, and we're doing it again for the second week. But this time I have it animated because it's time for Vitamin G. This week's Vitamin G. So hopefully anyone who is a regular will have prepared for this, because last week it was a bit of a surprise. For those that don't know, and this is one of the emotes you can unlock by becoming a member, Vitamin G is vitamin gratitude. This is just something I practice every day, which is taking a moment to reflect and think about what you're grateful for. And that can be as simple as being grateful for having a wonderful day. It could be being grateful for someone in your life. It's maybe an experience that you've had recently. Could even be a business that has served you well. You know, maybe it's someone working in a tough, big corporate that gave excellent customer service, or maybe it's a small business that went the extra mile in providing you a good or service that you were after. So yeah, I would love to hear from the chat what you're grateful for this week. What is your piece of vitamin G? I always say I'm going to start first, but yeah, I will, and I am prepared this time. For me, I'm just grateful that I'm in a really good sense of momentum this week, because I have this like daily task list. I have my work to do during the work day, and then once I clock off at this desk, I step away for a bit, I come back, and then I have all these tasks around this live show and everything else I do, and I've achieved so much this week. A lot of things that, the fruits won't come to fruition for a while, but some of it includes I've got some excellent guests coming on the show in the not too distant future, and some who've got back to me this week, in addition to those that I've already had planned. So I'm just very grateful for currently being with this sense of momentum. I hope it continues, but if it doesn't, and there's any bumps along the way, that's totally fine, because progress doesn't go in a straight line. Always remember that. What are we? Mark says, enjoy my Christmas dinner today. I can't recommend these slow cookers enough. That's great. That's great. Some people still having trouble, but others totally fine. Paul says, looks good on laptop and phone for me. I like that you've got it on 2 devices. But yeah, anyone else got any vitamin G items that they wish to share? It seems that, and I like that we have the drum now. Maybe some people are just grateful that the video is working. Mark says, I'm happy to be where I am and who I am. I'm very important, because it's not just the where, it's the who, which means the why we do what we do. And that's really, really good to see. Any other vitamin Gs before we move on? It seems, again, lots of people having issues with the live stream. So they may have to just watch it on replay and then put in the comments below, because that's very important. If you're watching on replay, you can type your thoughts in the comments below. That is totally fine. Kiro says, done a whole bunch of spring cleaning and redesigning the house this week, and have some great new studies starting from next week. My vitamin G is the fresh start feeling and positives incoming. That's awesome. Here in the UK, it was a 4-day weekend because of Easter. And on Friday, I really hit the ground running. I had a really, really productive day, got a lot sorted out. And then on Saturday, I had a work colleague coming over to hang out. And they were arriving at 10:30 in the morning, which for me is early, because the night before I host PSVR without parole, so I don't sleep till like 1 or 2 in the morning. But I woke up, and the thing is, I love having people over, not only because it's nice to see them, of course, I should get that out of the way first, but because it also gives me the ultimate momentum to get the house in order. And I did all my cleaning. And then it meant I had the whole Saturday to hang out with my colleague and friend. And then Sunday and Monday, I had to get stuff done if I wanted or felt motivated to, or if I needed a chill, I could do that instead. Melanie says, I'm grateful for my sense of purpose. Karina says, I'm grateful to have my own flat where I can hermit up after a long, hard day at work. Never underappreciate that, given been sharing for years. Oh, that, do you know what? That's a really good topic for a future show, is living alone versus sharing, because I've lived alone for about 10 years now, and I do miss, sharing a space with someone, but there is a lot of niceties to it as well. So yeah, pros and cons there. Canik says, I'm glad the snow's finally melted. I'm going to install that cat patio soon. Hopefully that doesn't mean it's like slabs made out of cats. Or is that just my mind going to dark places? APUC DCFC says, I'm grateful to have a PSVR 2. We just need an Astrobot game announcement to make me really happy. State of play tomorrow, so fingers crossed. Well, the state of play that PlayStation are doing tomorrow, I believe, is entirely based around Final Fantasy 16. I can't really see there being any PSVR 2 announcements, but a PlayStation showcase is coming at some point, and I think we could see an Astrobot return soon. So yeah, I love it. More questions about what a cat patio is, and some people want it to snow some more. Captain Castle says, been in A&E for an ECG today, grateful to the NHS, and also grateful I'm not dead yet. Well, I don't know what's going on, but I'm glad that you were able to be seen too. I actually went to A&E for an ECG last year. I was having really bad heart palpitations all night, and they checked me out and gave me lots of reassurances. And the sort of tests that they can do are incredible. Like, they can, I mean, look, I'm sure one of you might know the answer, but they can do a blood test, and from that blood test tell if you've had at any point a heart attack, or like if there's been any heart issues. And I just find science so incredible. It's a catio. Well done, DP. How did we not do that? And Karina says, I have all sorts of stories about sharing in London. Bring it on. Oh, you forgot about Final Fantasy 16. I miss living alone. I was my own boss and could do what I liked. Yeah, lots of love being sent to Castle. Honestly, health and well-being always comes first, as we talk about here. So I wish you all the best there. And yeah, grateful for science. Grateful for science indeed. And oh my goodness, I made this way too easy this week. Let's have a look here. Yeah, done. Well done. Actually, why am I clapping? Let's just do this. Well done. It was way too easy. I thought, yeah. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. I mean, the timer says, 46 minutes, but that's when I started it, which is a bit before the show. So yeah, well done, everyone. You did it in about 17 minutes, to be fair. So yeah, great work there. The other part I want to add to the show after talking about vitamin G is tip of the week. And this could be anything from like a movie I've seen or a life hack. And it's just sharing with you something that I've learned or thought about. And obviously you might have your own that you want to let me know in the chat as well. But this week, I always talk about the importance of getting sunshine. Every day, get some vitamin D. And sometimes people go, oh, it's cloudy. Even when it's cloudy and overcast, there is still light out there. It doesn't count if you're having it come through a window. The UVs, the important stuff, doesn't go through the glass. And I always go for a 1 hour walk during my lunch breaks. And this week, it's been really sunny at lunch. And then in the afternoon, it gets windy and rainy and the temperature drops. Paul says, tip of the week, don't look directly into the sun. I remember when Donald Trump was told to do that during the eclipse and he just ignored it. He was, I can look at it if I want. Yeah, don't look directly into the sun. Very, very good tip. But although walking at lunchtime is great, the benefits of walking in sunlight is maximised if you do it first thing in the morning or towards the end of the day. I can't remember the name of the cycle, but there's it's to do with your body clock and that. And so, yeah, my tip is if you can at the start of the day, even if it's just for 10 minutes, to go round the block where I am, I can do it in like 9 minutes 30 because I use my Apple Watch to measure it, or I can, use something as a purpose. Like if I've got a glass jar and I can take it to the bottle bank for me is like a 10-minute walk each way. So that gives me a reason to do it. So yeah. And Captain, yeah, much love. Yeah, please stay well and stay safe. Is it circadian rhythm or is it circadian rhythm? I mean, pronunciations of that. But yes, that is exactly the rhythm. So sunshine. Great. So, everyone, as you will have seen from the title of this video, and something I should probably mention right at the top, was that we are today talking about Discord. Now, a few weeks ago, I was talking about how every month there is something new I want to work on. And in a few months' time, the aim was to launch a Discord server for us, the community, so that when I'm not live streaming, we have somewhere to hang out. Because although, yeah, there's social media, it's not quite the same as having a space where all of us in the chat, without having to follow each other on social media, we can just hang out. And I've been very productive. I'm on the roll. And I was thinking, you know what? Treat circadian with respect, Nick says. I love all these jokes today. I love them indeed. And so today I thought, you know what? Let's just kick off talking about Discord. I'm going to explain it to those of you that have never used it before or perhaps aren't familiar with it. And do you say schedule or schedule? Schedule or schedule? Oh, we're going to have to do a poll for that. We might have to do a pronunciation poll. Schedule or... Dude, that's going to be an episode topic right there. Or planner. You can call it a planner. Yeah, definitely. Oh, Mojo, it's not working. Well, you're not going to see me saying this, but have a good rest of the week, and hopefully you can get this working on replay. Hey, KWA, good to see you here. I love everyone with their pets on their photos. Yeah, and someone asked Mojo if Mojo's tried it on a different browser, because that could work as well. But yes, so I'm going to talk about Discord for beginners, what it is, why people use it, and then I'm going to just brainstorm with you. Firstly, what would I name my server? Because I don't want to just call it Myles Dyer Live or Myles Dyer. I've actually come up with some suggestions, which I'm going to run by you. And then we can talk about the channels. And for those that don't know, and this will become a part of it, is you have the server, we hang out, and channels are like little menus. So you might have one for like talking about games. We might have one for Myles Dyer Live. We might have one for Let's Plays. Then one for, Friday's Gamecast Live, or they will tend to keep that for the PSVR Without Parole Discord. But this is what we are going to be talking about. So there is that. But first, this is a good one. I'm going to have to add this to my list. Already. That's better than any of the ones I've got. Although actually some of them are. Discord. It's Discord, surely. Or maybe Discord. Yeah, Discord. 2 Y's Discord. But let me have a look at the poll, because in the chat I had a poll running, which I'm just going to end. Wow, it's really interesting here, and I'm actually going to go across all my. It was pretty a lot. The majority on Instagram was saying no. I'm just going to unpin the puzzle because the puzzle has been completed. But yeah, have you used Discord before? 83% say yes, and 16% say no. How about that? Is anyone in the chat completely oblivious to Discord? Like, has absolutely no idea about it? I have to admit, it's something I've used for a few years now, but it's something I've never really fully. I get quite overwhelmed with it, which is, I know what some people said in the chat recently, because someone is just daring me to watch a video about PSVR. So I'm not going to watch that now. Let's have a look. So I did a poll yesterday on Twitter, and these are the results. Do you use Discord? So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting to see. Twitter's obviously much more mainstream as opposed to the close community that we're in now. You only use it for PSVR Without Parole. Yeah, I use it. I might join it for sometimes for people, but then I don't stick around for long. So yeah, there's that indeed. Right. So everyone in the chat is trying to help Mojo getting this working. I love the tenacity of this community. It's great. It's great. It's great. So Discord. I'm going to give an introduction. So, are you new to Discord or just curious about what it has to offer? Because we're going to walk you through the basics of Discord and explain why it's the perfect platform to connect with your viewers and foster a thriving community, or hang out with a community that you're a part of, okay? So, what is Discord? Discord is a free chat and voice communication platform designed for gamers, content creators, and communities. It allows you to create or join servers, and this is what we're going to be talking about today, is creating one, virtual spaces where people can gather, chat, share ideas, and interact, most importantly, in real time. With its user-friendly interface and powerful features, in which also includes you're able to play games on it, which could be a lot of fun, Discord has grown in popularity, becoming an essential tool for many creators and communities beyond gaming, even though gaming was definitely the starting point. So why talk about Discord for my live show and this community? Well, firstly, it's going to be a great way for having a dedicated server where you, the viewers, can chat with each other, and there's a direct line of communication between me and you, not just when doing the live shows. Things get very busy on social media. I've talked about in the past that when it comes to social media and platforms, it's good to use them with an intention. You log on it because you want to use it, and I like the idea of having a Discord where I can go there and see what everyone's talking about. And it means that, when I have to click finally end on the live stream and it shuts down and the live chat goes, you have somewhere to go if you want to continue the conversations afterwards. Because sometimes these live shows, we have a bit of fun and, it's done, and what is done is done. Other times we have some really deep conversations, and it's always a shame when we bring them to an end because clearly there was a lot more mileage and a lot more things to tackle. And so it allows for that to happen. Discord is also great because of the organized communication. So in the server, I'll be able to create multiple text and voice channels, and they will all be dedicated, or each dedicated to specific topics or segments of this show. So we could have a vitamin G channel, which would be great. And this helps keep conversations organized and relevant. It's also great for real-time feedback. So I can get real-time feedback from you, which will help me constantly improve this show and the other things that I work on, making sure I better cater to what your preferences are. And it doesn't mean that I'll give up what I want to do. For me, this is a matter of symbiosis. If I was to do things just because it was going to get views, I'd be doing a lot more controversial content all of the time. And it also means that I'm able to host special events there, like Q&A sessions, exclusive live chats, or community game nights. So that can all be really, really fun as well. Thank you everyone who in the meantime has been helping with all the issues there. Have channels for PSVR 2, movie, TV and music, chat, and then lifestyle channels. Nom's channel for food chat. I like that indeed. I like that very, very much. I heard about this. The recent Intel leak. It was actually from the Pentagon, wasn't it? It was the US. It actually it got leaked through a Minecraft Discord group, and because it was such a small Minecraft Discord group, it wasn't going to take long to find out, who was behind it. I love the idea. It was on a Minecraft one. But yeah. Time to Play says, just sent you a screenshot on Discord, what I can see. Okay, I'm not sure what you mean. Can we have a joke section, please? I think we're going to definitely have to have a joke section. So this is great. So already I'm actually going to start writing down these channels. So Noms for food, jokes channel, obviously PS virtual reality, flat screen gaming, or let's plays. Oh, I see. Regarding what the issues are, yeah, there's nothing I'm going to be able to do. I mean, if I restart the live stream, it's going to completely it'll have to be a different URL. So, unfortunately, there's nothing I can do on this occasion. But watch it on replay. That's the best I can offer. But I'm really, really sorry about that. Sad times. I really want one of those sad trombone. I check Discord, Reddit, Facebook, and Twitter every day for PSVR 2. No wonder why phone battery is always dying. Yeah, you got to keep track. What's the Discord called? And is it up and running yet? No, it hasn't been created or anything. Today, we're just talking about... talking about ideas about it. So, so that is basically an introduction to Discord and what it is. So I think already we've got some great channel ideas. But in terms of the server, what should the server be called? I don't think it should be called Myles Dyer. I think that's boring. But I do have some ideas. And so if we go over to here, got a little notepad, and I'm going to write these down, and then we can do some polling to see what you like. So the first one I came up with, because I thought about well-being, was Myles Better. So it's got to be something that's clear. If you tell it to someone, they know how to spell it. Yeah. So Myles Better. This one I really liked, which was Empathy Arcade. And it could be Compassion Arcade, but Empathy Arcade, empathy is at the heart of, everything that I do here. The quest for empathy is a big part of it. Quest for Empathy could be the name of it, because it's a brand that I still run with. Don't know why it's doing it in larger text, but there we go. But Empathy Arcade I like because it's a place that we hang out. Then there's Miles of Connection, and I like that because it's a nice explanation of what we are. We're connecting from all over. And then the last one I had was Miles Better Together. And then the one that was said by Nick in the chat was Miles Discord. So those are the ones that are there at the moment. What? You haven't asked GPT for ideas? I actually have. Some of these have been brainstormed with ChatGPT. So yeah, absolutely. Miles Penguin. No, I don't know why we would do that. Yeah. So my little excellent server. I like that a lot. But yeah, I mean, right. So I think to begin with, we should start doing some polls in the chat for this, because I am really curious to hear everyone's thoughts. So I'm going to take a few of these, yeah? So we're going to do... I'm going to do a mix of these. Here we go. It's in the chat. Let me know which you prefer. Wow, still more people getting errors with the live stream. Still more bizarre. I'm using it and it's working for me. So Amnesia Pete, I'm sorry. Yeah, I love what Nick had just said then. Nick just said, let's come up with 64 of them and have a bracket. I have actually got some bracket live shows planned for the not too distant future. I'm leaning on brand. Yeah. Because the thing about the Discords is it's not as if they have to be searched, but Quest for Empathy. Yeah, I think Quest for Empathy is the obvious one because the truth is the podcast... Let me just take a step back for a minute while you're all voting for what your favourite is. The Quest for Empathy podcast, I'm actually going to be taking offline because I'm paying like $100 a month to keep these like 10 episodes up that barely get any views now, and people can always check them out on YouTube. It's also worth mentioning that so just sorting out my that was weird. It wasn't. Is it going to let me do this? Wow, it's jammed. Why is that jammed? Okay, I'll have to sort that out later. But YouTube has just launched podcasts. So, so I'm losing Quest for Empathy there. I still have the Quest for Empathy URL, questforempathy.com, but I'm not using it for anything. So that could go through to the Discord. And I'm going to start having guest interviews and that on Myles Dyer Live. And when I do the interviews, the Quest for Empathy branding is there as well. So yeah. The poll isn't working. Yeah, Karina says, I think I need to think about it properly. First gut reaction. I think gut reactions for stuff like this can be great. I'm really sorry that there's all these issues today. Oh, no. And that is true. Empathy Arcade makes more sense to me as an arcade has many sections or games of it. That is true. I do like Empathy Arcade. Because the brand, my name is in a lot of the branding for the like for Myles Dyer Live. I don't think I want it in the Discord name. So let me end it there, and then let me do another poll for Empathy Arcade and Quest for Empathy. What I like about Quest for Empathy as well is it oh, I don't want to do that. Yeah, something's broken today. I mean, that was cool, and just to show actually people that are watching on replay and weren't able to see it, this was what the results were out of the 16 people that were able to vote, because I know a lot of people are having trouble. But yeah, I think keeping empathy in there is good. And Mark says everything is working perfect for me. So good for you. Yeah. Now I'm leaning on Empathy Arcade because of the social aspect of Discord. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Empathy Arcade feels like more of a Discord server. Quest for Empathy is like a mission statement. So although I've got the URL and stuff, I'd be fine to drop it. And Empathy Arcade is pretty cool. But, you know, let's have a look. Actually, although most people are voting towards Empathy Arcade. Yeah, maybe Empathy Arcade. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. Have a think about it, because to be honest, I might make the Discord after the show. Yeah. As long as we speak about empathy, we certainly will. We certainly will. And to be honest, Quest for Empathy could be a channel name anyway. Empathy Arcade also sounds like a cool EDM project. It does. So that's great. All right. Okay, that's one thing we've sorted out. Interesting. Yeah, maybe there's a lot of issues. Empathy Arcade, making the world better 1 quarter at a time. You Americans with your quarters. But yeah, okay, this is good. I think they're Empathy Arcade. Now, just keep it simple. Dyer's Discord. Oh, no. I like Empathy Arcade. We can also change it at a later point if we need to. Right. So what? So the question is now, what are the different channels we want? And yeah. I think like Quest for Empathy could be a channel in a Discord called Empathy Arcade. I don't really feel like Empathy Arcade would be a channel. The Myles High Club. That would be good. Empathy Discordia. Sounds like a condition. Not sure I like that. Yeah. Right. Channels. What channels do we want? So, we've had some mentioned already, which included, like, oh my goodness, noms, so for food talk, jokes. We want Quest for Empathy, Vitamin G channel. We want, because you also create channels, don't you, for like updates, like live shows when Myles goes live. I say it in third person. Yeah, like positive news, like good news. You keep going the Myles High Club. What's the Myles High Club gonna have in it, Elbert and Sasslord? A penguin channel. Penguin appreciation. Should we have a penguin appreciation channel? But yeah, I agree. Good news. Yeah. Yeah, there's gonna be one for Let's Plays. Yeah. Myles Dyer Live channel. Yeah, introductions. So you always have one, don't you? Introductions. I say that I'm going to set it up tonight. That's not a good idea. This is going to take a lot of thought. This could be my weekend project for sure. I might be in touch with a couple of you to find out. Going to have a bot, Myles. I've been working a lot on the pro one. Nick, you could actually be a saviour for me. Yeah, I might be in touch. Empathy Scream Rock channel. Yeah, we might have to. We're gonna have a music channel for sure. For sure, that'll be really, really, really good. I refuse to say if I'm a member of the Myles High Club or not. Vitamin G, I think, is more personal, like things that you're grateful for. Good news could be about like positive stories in the world. I definitely would want one about futurism. This is great actually, because there's a lot of topics. A lot of these could feed into topics on the show. This could be really, really great. Oh yeah, in terms of like, I like we've got the channels heading down there. Voice chat. Yeah, I definitely want to streamline it and not make it too full. Something tech related. I think futurism will definitely for that. Beats for music. Have we not got a music one? I thought I did. Oh no, I didn't. Viewer takeover channel. So I won't do that just because, firstly, there's a viewer takeover channel on PSVR Without Pro, but also I do a Q&A at the end of each month on the show that people who turn up to get to ask their questions, and I also do a members only feed on the community channel as well. So that's always important as well on YouTube. That isn't a suggestion. Futurism just makes you think of immortality. Yeah, I mean, it could be like futurism and tech, because that'll be good for a chat on AI and things like that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do some research looking at other people's Discords to get ideas. But this, I mean, this ordering as well is going to be sorted out. But yeah, noms is going to be pretty good. I love that everyone is tuning in on the Myles High Club. Myles going undercover into random Discords to get ideas. Yeah, there's quite a few Discords channels I'm a part of, so it's good to see how they organise things and see what works. And I think this could be great. Obviously, I'll need to do a rules channel, but that could I don't know. I need to learn all this sort of stuff. There's a lot to do with Discord, because it's important that from the very beginning, it's really well set up, because it's harder to fix things once they're underway. And I ultimately want it to be a really I rarely use this term myself, but I want it to be a safe space. I want it to be a healthy environment where people can hang out and have a good time. And fur babies for pet talk. Oh, man. The Miles High class moment you think of either everyone wanting to sleep with Miles or just content of Miles High. That would be interesting. Ah, look. Callie Timecat had to come in on a different account because everyone's having issues. Absolute bizarre. And yeah, agree, Paul. Absolutely. And also, do you know what? There'll be a members club or something for members only. You're wondering, are they in without Pro Voice chat as well? Yeah. Cool. Listen, guys. Really, really, really good. I want to thank everyone for their thoughts on that. It's been really, really interesting and good to sort of get your thoughts on that indeed. And Empathy Arcade won it on the poll there. Oh yeah, movie section. Yeah, popcorn section. Let me just. Oh wow, I was like, gonna actually save it. Movies. Yeah, agreed. Really, really, really good. Thank you for that. You just watched Barbarian. Oh my goodness, I loved Barbarian. The first half is amazing. And I do like that. Chris. Empathy Arcadia would be great. A multiplayer section where we can paste for others to join a game. Yeah, potentially. Yeah, because I guess Let's Play is going to be about the show, isn't it? So gaming, yeah. Yeah, especially Gas Movies channel. Yeah, that would be good, doing the Gas Movies list. Yeah, and Ex Machina or Ex Machina. I've heard people pronounce it in both ways. I say Ex Machina is really great. So Quest for Empathy is out. Yeah, I think that we're going to go with Empathy Arcade. But Quest for Empathy is definitely going to be a... oh, do you know what? I love horror. Look behind you for horror. I do worry that maybe it's better just to call it horror. But yeah. Great. Right, I need to load up my... oh, man. Here we go. Where are we? Yeah, see, I'm really far. Actually, no, we're only 8 minutes behind my schedule now. So, I've put here at 22 the hour, so 8 minutes ago, was to summarise the show. So, yeah, I've already mentioned that already. Really, really grateful for all the ideas and that. I'm going to go away and have a crack at setting up the Discord at the weekend and see how we get on. And again, I might reach out to members of the community to see if you want to become mods and that. Never expect anyone to be a mod if they don't want to be. I always really appreciate it. It takes up people's time. It's a task to do, and I'm really, really grateful for it. So yeah, yeah, Machina, or is it Machina Matata? Okay. But I also just want to say that this conversation does continue as well. So if you're watching on replay, I know a lot of you have been trying to get involved, or after this live show, if you have some thoughts or are like, hey, Myles, actually, I do want to help out and be a mod, put something in the comments afterwards. Or if you want to contact me on social media, use the Quest for Empathy hashtag and tag me. This conversation can continue there. Right. Before we wrap things up, just a few things to go through. This weekend, it's time for a Let's Play. And as I said, there's a big question mark of when it's done. But if you haven't checked already, yeah, everybody, let's continue this conversation in the Discord. We will soon be able to say that. Maybe next week. But again, I don't want to put too much pressure because I might get at the weekend and go, oh my goodness, There's so much to deal with here. But yeah, let's play. I know that Mark has been very keen for me to play Townsend VR. It is on the agenda. It is coming up, but not for a couple of weeks. Every other week I'm going to be doing multiplayer because I had an absolute great time playing the boxing game last week, to the point actually that, have I got it on my phone? Should I play a clip here? I should probably play a clip here to show you. Here we are. With the green screen, I mean, I'm really impressed. The green screen looks terrible in my room, but it actually looked really, really good on chat, so on screen. But this was it. Hey to anyone who's just joined to Let's Play. I am taking on you, the viewers. You can put the headset on and join me in the ring. That's exactly what's happening right now. Every other weekend I do multiplayers, and then the weekends between that I do single player. So be sure to subscribe and ring the bell if you haven't already for youtube.com/Myles. And can I just say, I love how the first time I used green screen, I happened to be wearing a shirt with Piccolo on it from Dragon Ball Z, who's green. So as you can see, his face and his hands are like transparent. Suggestions? Let me know. I'd love to hear them.
Looks like he's going for the knockout.
My interest in VR games is very diverse. Horror games is where I usually draw the line, but I will give them a go. Madison, I'm not looking forward to in VR. Looks absolutely horrific. Oh, he's got a sore face.
Incredible form.
Oh! Woo!
2, 3.
It was good fun. It was really, really good fun. Yeah, it looks like there's a hole in my chest, like I've been shot all the way through. It was really great, and a huge thank you to all of you who tuned in and actually were up for a boxing match with me. I was aching. I felt it in my arms for the next 2 days, but it was a really, really good time. So yeah, every 2 weeks going to be doing a multiplayer live stream, so you'll be able to get involved and play against me or with me, depending on what the game is. But what is this week's live stream? Well, it's going to be on Saturday, and the game is it's Garden of the Sea. Garden of the Sea. This is going to be such a chilled game. I know very little about it, and that is what I love about these Let's Plays, is every week, for the most part, I play a game either I've never played before, or I at least start from the beginning. And this is a game that I've never played before. It looks super cute. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing. Interested to see if it's more than a gimmicky thing. Well, this is the thing. This is the thing about finding out if it's the thing that's not a thing. But Garden of the Sea. It's on Saturday. It's going to be 8 in the morning if you're on the West Coast, 11 o'clock in the morning if you're on the East Coast, 4 o'clock in the afternoon in the UK, and 5 o'clock in the evening if you are in Central European time. And that's because it's my brother's birthday, and at 7 p.m. I've got a meal with him. But if you're not sure what's going on in this photo, why don't we have a look at the trailer?
Oceans across the blue, you found home. There's no limit to what you can do. You're not done. The journey lies before you, so go on. Hear the wind is calling out your name. So follow their voice into the night and never give up. Seeking the light. Come play, come play. This world is your own. All day, all day.
So yeah, super looking forward to it. And it's going to be super chilled, and I like the song too. Hopefully I'm not going to get claims, because I don't know if any of you saw what happened to me after playing Creed. I woke up the next morning with all these claims for all the Rocky music that was played during that live stream. You hate and love the sound. How about that? So yeah, just a reminder, it is on Saturday. Come along. It should be chilled, and it is currently scheduled on my channel. So if you go to my channel after the show, go to the live tab, you can set a reminder, so on your YouTube app you will be pinged when I go live. And yeah, it should be a cute time. And I want to thank the developers that are called, I think it's Neat Corporation. Just finding out now. But it was someone called Flippy who sent me it. Yeah, Neat Corporation. Flippy, I want to say a huge thank you for sending me the key code for this. So I'm going to have a good time with that on Saturday. Now, finally, before wrapping things up, any life updates? I have just been really busy, but things are going well. And I received through the post something I paid for, but I owned for about 10 years now something called a mini rig. And a mini rig is like a portable speaker, but these are made in the UK, and they go really, really loud. And I had one for 10 years. I had to send it back once to get repaired, like a few years ago, and then it went again. But they can like last for many, many hours. And so I just said to them, look, I know you don't do like replacements, but can I just send you this and then you recycle it? And then they gave me 20 quid off a new one. And so I went from the original one from 10 years ago to their third generation. My goodness, it is so loud. And it came with a cute little bag like this. So I can carry it around. But it's really practical and really neat. Really, really like it, and so I'm very happy about that, because it means in my living room now I can have music playing from the side, and yeah, it's pretty cute. Can we have some free keys to try it? Well, I am going to be emailing, because a part of this new schedule and like structure to this live show means that before every Wednesday I will know what the weekend game is going to be. I'll have it scheduled. And it then means I can notify the devs and say, hey, I'm live streaming. And I'll say to them, hey, if you want to give out some free key codes, game codes in the chat, feel free to come along. Can't promise anything, but that's something I am going to be asking if they want to do. So we will have to see. And yes, I really want Rec Room to come to PSVR 2. Great. I want to say a huge thank you to everyone for tuning in today. We are ending right at the top of the hour. Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already. I appreciate that a lot of you have not been able to watch today. I'm really sorry about that. I'm not sure what's going on, but hopefully it will be rectified by next week. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the bell to be notified about all future shows. And if you really, oh my goodness, I was going to say if you really like, you can become a member and pull. Thank you, Paul, who has just gifted 5 Myles Dyer memberships. Now, if I have a faster computer, which will be my plan in the next couple of years, I will be able to start running stuff so that when people become members, like little animations will come up and things like that. But yeah, and what I love about this is when people get members, you can see who's been like hiding away quietly. But App UK DCFC was gifted, so well done to you. Chris, you've been gifted again. Well done. Welcome back to the membership. Davey, welcome for becoming a member. And thank you for poking the like button. Coco Dadiva, well done for becoming a member. Leo AI, or is it Leo Owl, was gifted. And thank you, Paul. Honestly, really kind of you indeed. really, really appreciate it. And as Mark says, welcome members. But all are welcome. Even if you aren't a member, it's totally cool because I appreciate not everyone can afford to become a member. But just turning up, hanging out, it's wonderful to have you here. I appreciate you all. And yeah, that is all from me. So on that note, I'm going to end it there. I hope that you all have a wonderful week. I'll be on PSVR Without Parole on Friday. Don't miss it. And then on Saturday, we'll be exploring Garden of the Sea. And that should be a really, really good time as well. So with all said and done, for anyone that is still tuned in because of all the issues that's been going on with live streaming today, let me know your thoughts as we roll the credits.
Thought I saw you on the road. I was chasing sunsets all alone. The darkness faded, painting goodbye, big sky. Far away, but dreaming of your ocean eyes. Thought I saw you on the road. I was chasing sunsets all alone. The darkness faded, painting goodbye, big sky. Far away, but dreaming of your ocean eyes. Thought I saw you on the road. I was chasing sunsets all alone. The darkness faded, painting goodbye, big sky. Far away, but dreaming of your ocean eyes.
Hey everyone. Yeah, for Chris, he was wondering about this. This is the ring. I've got to get my face out of the way. There we go. Go on, focus. Focus. There we go. It's a silver ring I've had for God knows how many years now. From the Great Frog in London. Love it. Love it. Did I ever say I love the cosmic vibes going on during the credits? We're all made of stars and all. I'm not sure if intentional. Yeah, I love stars stuff. I actually would have stars in the background of a lot of these slides, but when you have a lot of those, you know, bright stars and that, even if they're small, it kind of makes it less clear. And then if you blur it, it kind of loses the impact. So I just move on to something else anyway. So yeah, definitely into my spacey stuff. But yeah, despite all the issues that we had with YouTube and that, and by the way, I'm trying to fix this. I'm trying to unscrew this There we go. Would have helped if I was doing it the right way. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. But yeah, the format for the show has worked quite well. I'm very, very happy about this, and it also means I can note down like the volume settings and that, and it just gives me a bit more structure. I mean, we literally finished pretty much dead on the hour. Post credits and that can always run over, and actually I've got that set here. So yeah, but Jay Cosmic, who does the music for the outro, I'm actually in contact, trying to contact him at the moment, because as you may have seen, today was episode 90, so we are just 10 weeks away from the 100th episode, and I want to make it special. And so I'm going to try and see if I can get some guests on and things like that. Could be epic. But yeah, once again, huge thank you to everyone for tuning in. Always appreciate your support. I've been working flat out since work finished, doing all the planning for today's show. And although I want to get straight on with Discord, I'm going to go and have some rest now. So have a wonderful rest of your week. I'll see you Friday. And if not on Friday, join me in the Garden of the Sea on Saturday. It'll be a good one. Bye-bye. Much love.